So the Leadership Consortium owes its name and its origin from the fact that a consortium is in essence a grouping and a collective of ideas and thoughts. And it's embedded in the fact that leadership per se is not normally in the hands of one person. It should be a collective, it should involve different perspectives, it should involve a broad spectrum of what is possible from the leadership perspective. The Zenger-Folkman family of colleagues around the world represent a broad group of people who are playing in the leadership space. And our Australian colleagues, Terry Reynolds and Glenn Price, have done a magnificent job in putting together a set of podcasts that address the questions and the recipes within the Zenger-Folkman methodology. These podcasts represent step-by-step, short, bite-sized, normally about 3 to 4 minutes, ideas, concepts, and tips and tricks as to how we can build our extraordinary leadership. So our invitation is to enjoy these podcasts, squeeze as much value as you can out of them, and make it part of building your leadership stepway to extraordinary. Podcast number 18 talks about a second fatal flaw that is often very prevalent. This fatal flaw is not building positive relationships. It is probably true to say that most South Africans are often seen as being unbelievably friendly when we have visitors coming to our country. The challenge, however, to us is to translate this friendliness into building active relationships that are able to deal with interpersonal issues in an open, direct, and honest way. In business, we need to leverage this ability to be able to prevent second fatal flaw affecting our career. This fatal flaw typically has two elements to it: what we call errors of commission, where we actively do things, or errors of omission, where we actively do not do things. It is our ability to be able to prevent this fatal flaw and address these concerns as a key foundation again for building extraordinary leaders.
Welcome to the Leadership Digital podcast series with Glenn Price and Terry Reynolds. One of the authors was having dinner with a friend who is currently a university president. When asked about what kind of activities filled his day, he commented, "Well, today I had to fire a professor." Somebody at the table asked why. Was he incompetent? No, replied the president. He was very current in his field. The problem was that no one in the department could remember a staff meeting that he attended that did not end in an argument. He was absolutely impossible to get along with and created so much friction in the department that nothing was getting done. In this case, the professor's lack of interpersonal skills made his other skills irrelevant. This story highlights a second fatal flaw, which is the inability to build positive relationships. This flaw springs from two major sources: what we do wrong, or errors of commission, and what we fail to do right, errors of omission. Errors of commission. When leaders are abrasive, insensitive, cold, arrogant, and bullying, this is a pattern that surely leads to the failure in today's world. That behaviour was tolerated 50 years ago, but seldom today. No combination of intelligence, hard work, business acumen, and administrative skills can compensate for this interpersonal ineptness. In the human resources profession, the saying goes, we hire people for their technical competence and fire them for their interpersonal incompetence. Errors of omission. We are often stunned to see the number of people in middle management positions in organisations who do not follow some of the most rudimentary social skills. When you talk to people, look them in the eye. Learn to use people's names. When talking with people, say or do things that let the other person know that you're actually listening and understanding. Do not dominate the conversation and take all the airtime. Sincerely inquire about others' ideas and activities. Laugh at others' jokes and attempts at humour. Praise others for their hard work and efforts in furthering a good cause. Smile when meeting and greeting others. Ways to build productive relationships. 3 rules. Firstly, ask for feedback. It is a golden path to continual improvement. Accept feedback as valid perceptions of others and seek to understand their meaning. Assume the givers have pure, positive intent. Resist the impulse to retaliate. 2. Enroll in development experiences. The key is to move outside your comfort zone and do something that will provide real development. Invest in yourself. Take the necessary time off the job to attend. And 3, practice, practice, practice. Pick one skill to improve upon at a time. Keep a pocket full of coins. Try to practice the skill 10 times in a day if you're able to. To help keep track, every time you use that skill, shift one of the coins from one pocket to the other. And remember, being interpersonally inept inevitably sinks leaders.
It's a pleasure to be able to share these thoughts and ideas with you and hopefully be part of allowing you to adopt a journey where extraordinary leadership is an opportunity and a growth area for you and your teams.